Do 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 do. You should wear your pants. Wear your pants. Everyone wearing their pants, especially when you're doing YouTube video content. Always wear your pants. Or maybe some kind of jorts or some jams or I like wearing those athletic 1970s style athletic shorts. They're comfy. What can I say? Welcome back. It's time for the Comics Coffee Table. Here we go. Pull up a chair to our coffee table where we talk about comic books once a day. The coffee table has always been where my friends would congregate. There would always be a stack of books, a stack of movies, and great conversation and camaraderie all along the way. So I look to recreate that spirit here today. Also, if you were a fan of the channel, you know that book right there. That's the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, a coffee table book, which has been surfing my coffee table for 2 decades. It was given to me by one of my best friends about 2 decades ago, and it's been surfing my coffee table ever since. We used all of last year to do every single page of that wonderful book, and it brought us all together here today. So in the spirit of that coffee table and surfing book, coffee table book, we are here today. Thank you so very much for tuning in. You are definitely the most important ingredient to our recipe. This conversation that we're having, this conversation, it's been going on for over a year now. I did a page. I was going to show the page from last year. No, it's one of those. Yeah, I was looking at it. It was like, no wonder why on January 27th of 2022, my 7-minute and 32-second long video got 3 views. That's two of you out there, right? And me, and Pika, the production team here in our Boston studios. Yes, we quality assure every episode. Slancha, cheers. Tell me in the comments section what you're stuffing under your nose today here at our coffee table. Thank you. The goal of this year's show is, I believe, twofold. It's to gain information and knowledge about our beloved hobby while having fun, and also making an appeal to all of us as comic book fans. First thing, let's look at our syllabus. And if you want to play along at home, we have links in the description to their Amazon pages. We're using the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, the most current 52nd edition. Great resource. We're using the Overstreet Guide to grading comic books. I have learned so much in just a quick read of this. And now it's time to really peruse these pages and absorb all this information. I'm really, really into this. My parents bought these for me for Christmas. Thank you, Mom and Hoppy Poppy, my stepdad. So I dedicate this season to my parents. Thank you so much. I love you. And I just want to let you know that this is I am not a professional grader. I'm just doing this for entertainment purposes and to learn more about my hobby. If you have any serious questions about grading or about a comic book's value, please go to your local comic book shop and ask the shop owners or whoever works there, and they'll be glad to have a conversation with you. Like this kind of conversation. This is like part of the comic book conversation, the comic book shop style conversation that I look to recreate here daily. So yeah, leave behind your problems just for a few minutes every day, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and come with us. Just embrace some escapism, and let's remind ourselves why we love this in the first place. I'm reboxing and reboarding and rebagging my entire collection. Seen a lot of content like that on YouTube. I thought, hey, it's my turn. And also, my collection needs it. My collection deserves a new box. I'm switching from long boxes to short boxes. The older I get, the heavier these long boxes get. And That's just the truth. That's just Dharma. Okay? And so I'm making a point to get to my local comic book shop, not just to buy the occasional new comic book, but to buy supplies, bags, boards, short boxes. That's a meme, right? I got the wrong kind of bags, but also they'll do. I mean, it's like I'm looking for Mylar bags specifically, which are like 3 times the price of this $8.99 for 100. But also, I got some acid-free boards, which it's kind of just maybe just as important, because I've noticed a lot of spine roll, like a lot of cracked spine, and that could have been avoided if I had only used boards when I initially bagged them. But also, you got to take into consideration too, this full pack of boards for this weight gets redistributed to the overall weight of your comic book and the thickness of that too, taking away space incrementally. So but that's just that's just volume. Is that a magazine pun? I'm not too sure about that. But thank you so very much. Let's get to it. Start talking about comic books. I was going through this Crisis long box of mine, and it's filled with a lot of Crisis DC Comics, DC Universe between 1985 and the present have had a cycle of, even before 1985, but the Crisis on Infinite Earths started in 1985, and there have been Crisis stories ever since, meaning events that have universe-altering changes for character and territory alike. Before 85, the word crisis was used specifically kind of in Justice League of America when there would be crossovers. DC Comics invented multiverse. And there would be Crisis on Earth X, Crisis on Earth 2, Crisis on Earth S, and so on. Crisis with Earth 3, where the Justice League would find their Golden Age alternate, the Justice Society on Earth 2, therefore justifying, the marching of time and having, like, such as these Golden Age characters embedded in World War II. There's no way, it's kind of no way around that. So time marches on, yet you're always going to need a Golden Age Superman. And that's always going to have a modern day Superman that may or may not be the same character. Interesting, huh? Let's proceed. This is the Comic Book Shop-Style Conversations. This is it, And I'm going through the long box, and I find one of my Grant Morrison comic books that is part of my Batman collection. So I've got a lot of Batman. I've got Grant. I might have said it before. You might have heard this one before. I believe I have the majority of Grant Morrison's Batman run in the late 2000s, the mid to late 2000s. Grant Morrison was a huge fixture at DC Comics. I got a bag. I got a board. I got a bag. I got a book. I've got a board. Hair. No, let's call that bald. The opposite, the Earth 3 version of hair. This isn't about a group of friends. It's about a dude alone in a chair who's bald. Put your hat back on, Sully. It is wintertime, of course. Don't want to catch a chill. Here we go. Batman issue number 700. Anniversary issue. $4.99. August of 2010. This is in sterling condition. Let's just check it out real quick. Oh shit, we got a lot of spine. It's not really. We got a lot of spine bendage here. See, this will be taking away from its overall value. It might be even more evident on the advertisement side. Yep, it is. Okay, you see all those spine cracks. See, if I had boarded this, it seems to be the only flaw with it. The corners are nice and pristine. There's no rips. It's like it's brand new, with the exception of all those the cracks in the spine, which there are more than a few. There are a few, and you're getting a new bag and a new board. This is a milestone issue. Yeah, every 100 issues, and then sometimes every 50 issues. Like, hey, it's the 250th anniversary, 250th issue. Sure, but centennial issues, that's more like it. You know what I mean? If you release one issue a year, that's 12 issues a year. You know, and Batman #1 was released, I believe, July of 1940. So this has been going on ever since. And I just started buying Batman again, which is cool. So how much is this comic book? I actually looked it up earlier. Pika was doing his homework, and I was just like, all right. I'll tell you in a second. Wait. Damn. Khan, the computers are smashed. We need time. Time is a luxury you don't have, Captain. Admiral. Batman 700. Oh, if I had the Mike Mignola variant, it would be $55. But this one here, with the Finch art, it's worth $16. $16 at a 9.2 near mint. I wonder what the spine cracks would lead this price, but that's awesome. I mean, would I sell this? I mean, no. I would include this as part of a bundle in the run, and this is immediately going to raise the overall value of what I could get for that run. I think, strategically placed. Hey, this is Batman 700. This one here itself is worth $16. Everything else around it would be probably be about cover value, and then you have to, are you going to get your cover value back? Are you really going to get the book value for that? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Got some tape. Got some Sharpies. I told you, got tape. Got a Sharpie. And I'm going to put near mint equals $16. I put near mint equals $16. And start from there. But isn't that cool to find out that, hey, this random issue here cost $16 and $4.99 in 2010. In August of 2010, $4.99 would have the same buying power today as $6.78 today. I put it into the description. There's a link there to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics CPI inflation calculator. I just find it fascinating. You know what I mean? The cover price I paid for this today, what would be the price we're paying? I mean, this cover price I paid for it back then when I bought it at the comic book shop. I would be paying, $6.78 for it today. Yeah, or most definitely the price of this would go up, But we are coming on to Batman number 900. I did the math. I mean, I might have brought it up. I'm not really good at math. You know what I mean? I'm a little shit. I'm not. It's actually a shame. Math does itself if you take the time to apply your attention and double check it. It's a testament to my attention span and perhaps why I dislike the arithmetics. There, I said it. So, Batman number 900 should be released about May of this year. How did we come to this conclusion? Well, I kind of think we may or may not have passed it already. I guess, okay, here it goes. Fucking math. All right, help me out here. Okay, Volume 1 of Batman released, like I said, July 1940. That ran 713 issues, okay? This only had 13 more issues of this until they went to a Volume 2 with the New 52. All right, the New 52 literally had 52 issues. Okay, hold on one second. 7, 13, plus 52. All right, carry the knot, and 6, and okay, we're up to 765. All right, the Rebirth has 131 issues as of this week. So that's up to 896. That means 4 more issues. That's in 4 months. So it's February, March, April. Yes. So by May, will DC have a 900th issue celebration? Because I posit this too, all right? How do these issues not count? Okay, we're not counting annuals. Annuals do not count. We're talking just the issues 1 through 715. We got, okay, in that Volume 1 of Batman in 1994, we had an issue number 0, and in 1998 we have an issue number 1 million. And these are event comics. These are part of the Batman title. And sure, yes, there are events. I mean, I'm looking for the conversation here. I would like to count them. Where else would we count them? I mean, because they were a gag issue, and they were taking place in between numeric issues for that month strictly to support the wide line event. So like every issue, every title got a 0 issue in the 0 hour Crisis in Time crossover event of 1994. And every issue got issue number 1 million in 1998 when that line-wide event was going on. That was a nice conceit. I love DC 1 million. That's a Grant Morrison thing. Action Comics number 1, that published every year, once a year. When would issue 1 million be released? The 853rd century. So the Justice League from the 853rd century is time lost or something happens and has a team up with our Justice League of America. Yes, and so every issue got a issue number 1 million. I thought it was really cool. It was out there. It was very Grant Morrison. And the New 52, yes, it had been 52 issues. And then it went over to Rebirth with a new issue number 1 at Volume 3. And that's what we're experiencing now. Okay. That had 52 issues. Yet, here it comes. We have another issue number 0, and that was in 2012. Then there was something called Month of the Villain, which every title, line-wide, had... it was like the iconic... magazine font cover, the icon of like Batman. It was like scratched out, and it said Joker, and so it was Month of the Villain. It happened to everyone. So the villain was put on the cover, but Batman released weekly that month, and used a Marvel Comics style publication. These are trick numbers. This is a publication gimmick to get you to buy more comic books. Yes, of course, yes, 0 issues, and then the Marvel point system, where you would have issues, say like issue 101.1, where they had this really interesting conceit where I could release an issue today. Like I could write New X-Men 154.1. And it just completely explains everything. You know what I mean? It's a retcon, and it's meant to dovetail a new tale that I have into a comic book that came out in 2005. You know what I mean? So it was a very clever way for storytelling and for continuity, and it's cute. So DC tried that. So at issue 23 in the New 52, we have 23.1, 0.2, 0.3, and issues in 23.4. And each week, you had a different Batman rogue. Batman has one of the largest rogues galleries of any superhero, all these supervillains. And it was there were 4 Batman releases. There are 4 different issues, number 23. How do those 4 additional issues fit into the New 52? This is great conversation. So I came to the point where so it's like what was that, 130? So that's plus 6. Okay, 2. Okay, so we should have celebrated Batman's according to me, we should have celebrated Batman's 900th issue a couple of months ago. We should have already done it by now. If we include those 6 not hard for me. I mean, not for me at all. I know where to file my issue 0. It goes between 2 issues. By order of date. I mean, by order of date. You know what I mean, of publication and release. Because that's how it fits in the story. It's setting you up for upcoming events. So these 6 issues aren't being counted. Therefore, I got this from Bleeding Cool, which is they're a long-time comic book pop culture e-zine. And they actually, this was from January 9th, 2023. And the ongoing Batman, I'm going to read this from the page. This was written by Rich Johnson. The ongoing Batman, in May, DC Comics will publish Batman number 900, if they remember. Batman Volume 3, number 135 is coming, otherwise known as Batman issue 900. The ongoing Batman comic book series has been running since 1940. It reset and rebooted with the New 52 and became Batman number 1, Volume 2 in 2011. And then again with the rebirth with Batman number 1, Volume 3 in 2016. It was supposed to have another reboot at Volume 4 and a new issue 1. That fell through the cracks. So we're still running on the Volume 3 issue numbering. Because if you add all the volumes together, we are heading to Batman number 900 in May. DC Comics did do this back in Volume 3, issue 35, which was also Batman 800. And it was just a variant cover. But aside from that, nothing special. Will Batman 153 suffer that same ignominious fate? You know, if they rebooted it again with number 136, then in 8 years' time, they'd simultaneously have a Volume 4, number 100, and a Batman 1000, all in one. That's an interesting thought, yes. If they rebooted it again at issue 136, and did an issue 1 again at Volume 4, you would have the double whammy of an issue 100 and 1000 all in one. That's really interesting. Wow. Oh my goodness. Time is just running away from us. But yeah, we've been talking about comic books, haven't we? And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, what's stopping you? We talk about comic books every day. Just for a few minutes, we embrace our escapism, we leave the world's problems at the door, and we come in here to the coffee table. We take a coffee break, and we talk about what we love, and that's our escapism, and we're going to focus on what we love. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm a professional chef. I make cooking videos. I'm an amateur theologian and ordained minister, hence Reverend Sully. We talk about blessings, gratitude, and spirituality here. We got it all. Come with us. Plenty of room at this coffee table. Join us. Thank you. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.